You're wanting to talk big cats? You're wanting to talk big cats. So why don't we talk about tigers? So the Netflix show, The Tiger King. Apparently, probably 99% of you would convict Carole Baskin of murder. Of her husband, Don, who disappeared. Now, law enforcement certainly haven't arrested Carole, have they? And Don's missing and anything could have happened. I mean, he certainly wanted to leave her, I think. But on the basis of an edited production, you're convicting Carole Baskin. You don't like her, you think she comes across as sort of queer and aloof. Well, there's plenty of queer and aloof people around, and there's a certain culture at play here too. People are different from many of the norms, more of the norms that are around in America and elsewhere. In some parts of America, this is, a cultural thing. And Carole Baskin probably fits right in, okay? She's probably quite different to a lot of us, but it's a niche. But you've convicted her. And she's actually probably not guilty. I can't even remember the dude's name, but this guy that makes all the horrendous, cruel songs about her and who goads her and, tries to hire people for murder, he's in prison. It's the other guy that is showing criminal activity, criminality, criminal behaviour. And he's in prison, I believe. Sorry, I can't remember his name. I'm sure you can all fill me in. So, where are you all getting off here, okay? Who is the person around this missing Morphew woman case who has the criminal history for sexual assault and who has pending charges for an assault against the wife of his boss? I mean, what are you all like? You hear flat, 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 which is probably, it's a production number. It should be a song like an Annie. The sun will come out tomorrow is the leading tune, and then you've got flat, 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 flat. I can't rap, obviously. But is that what you all hear? Is that what you're supposed to hear? Early, early, early. He went early, 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 didn't he, Don? Early, early, early. Wanting to fly away to his new life in South America. More land and just an easier way of life, and probably less stress from neighbours that are just as crazy as everyone, So how are you thinking about things? Because circumstantial evidence doesn't convict, and it doesn't mean someone is guilty, but you just need to find that peace. I mean, how about you keep looking for reasons, or for the person, reasons for a murder or an abduction, or the person that would murder or abduct. And again, talking about cats, I mean, if my wife or sister or daughter were missing, I would rather consider a bobcat, a mountain lion, than I would consider an abomination of a person, a rapist, a murderer, a sadist, had her. Could have been doing heavens knows what, okay? My carnival dog went missing once, and I came home from work. I found him that night through huge effort, which is what we're all saying there wasn't enough effort, sort of. Depends what the circumstances were. I think Barry thought something had happened in particular, but anyway. In the interim, I was imagining my dog on a road, half crushed, needing me, somewhere, sore, tired, cold, in pain, worried, scared, in a truck hurtling towards dog fights, anything. The worst things go through your head, but you push them aside, and you say, someone's found him, they've got him in the backyard and they're looking too, they're trying to match us up. He's at a vet already, someone's handed him in, or he's just safe in the park, or I'll get home from this search round and he'll be at home waiting for me. That's what you think, because you're pushing out, because those awful thoughts are going through your mind. And wouldn't you rather think, maybe a mountain lion just got it was a quick kill? I mean, even if you're a hunter and you just can't, you don't see the signs, or you think maybe signs have been ruined, destroyed, you would rather think of that than think that your wife is being raped, tied up, terrified, cruelly hurt, etc., etc. The worst things that you can think a human being can inflict on another. Think about how you're thinking about things. I don't think you're putting yourself in the position of someone who is going through this. And, remember, sometimes there's just a production, there's editing, there's a lot of manipulation to make you think and feel and believe. And that's certainly, the Tiger King, from what I've seen of it, it's editing. It's editing. And you all hate Carol Baskin for it. Because she's odd, and because, her husband did go missing. But does it make her a murderer? I don't think so. I really don't know. I don't think so, though. But of course, there is a chance. But at the moment, it's all just the circumstantial evidence that you're all happy to convict someone on. Well, I wish you luck. If anything awful ever happens to you, good luck. I hope you get people like yourselves as your jury. Yeah, it's just trying to keep an open mind and just trying to go on the fact as they are, confirmed. And you're all acting as if you've got a discovery. You're all acting as if someone is reading a discovery or in touch with law enforcement and has all the information. And that's complete bollocks. There's no discovery. No one has seen the phone records. No one has seen is it EBI or whatever, of Barry's trucks and things? No one's seen it. Law enforcement have it. No one else. Okay? Just like, okay, why did they go to Alexandria? Why did cops go to Alexandria? Was it because someone checked in as Suzanne on Facebook on the 17th of May? Who was in Alexandria on the 17th of May? And was it the same person that friended all those men at midnight? Because that's just a nasty, that's kind of a thing that a butthurt man might do to another man, is degrade his wife and the marriage like that, It certainly just seems like a butthurt man to me that might have done this. Now that person, sure, it might be Barry Morphew, but I think it's not a done deal. And nasty, nasty, nasty. If you want your early and your flat, well, nasty, nasty, nasty. Let's try and be open-minded, compassionate, generous, thoughtful, and use critical thinking. I'm learning to do that. So, would you rather think that your wife has been kidnapped by a sadistic rapist? Or would you like to try and somehow entertain the idea that maybe it was a mountain lion, because that might be a nicer death? Or maybe, because you don't want her held captive and being tortured somewhere, because there would be the possibility. I mean, there is the possibility that Suzanne is alive. I know it's 4 months, so the stats are probably pretty low. But it happens. Oh, it happens. And there's many that we wouldn't know about. So, you know, you've all really picked your team, and that's deeply concerning. You've been activated like a little civilian war unit. And what would you do? What would you do if you were instructed? Would you now go out and act? I mean, some of you are. It's with military precision. One-sided against the enemy, you know. It's like you're a little... Don't be Robotrons. Don't be Robotrons. That future will come way too quickly as it is. Be human beings. Okay, be human beings. Find it within you, the humanity and the morality that we have evolved with, and that most of us carry within us. And try to be open-minded and try to look at fact and make decisions as you go based on things that we know. Why are these people harping back to this mountain lion and calling it a bobcat all the time? Is it because they want you to never forget about it? They've got to keep that up at the forefront of your mind, don't they? Is it because they've got nothing else? I mean, is that all they've got? Just drop the mountain lion, okay? Barry Morphew would absolutely regret that, guilty or not. If he's innocent, God, he would regret bringing that up, wouldn't he? But, you know, there is a reason why he might have done it as an innocent man, okay? And yes, as a guilty man, but there's a reason as an innocent man. And if you can't see that, where's your emotion? Where's your humanity? Where's your compassion? Anyway, rave. My cat's meowing, obviously. It's her dinner time, so, yeah. Thanks for your input on this, but I think... I feel like we are supposed to be getting Carol Baskin vibes here. Well, the vibes that you should be getting about that is thinking about how manipulated the masses are based on a story that's actually nearly fiction, okay? Because it's a production, it's edited, it's not just a documentary, it's not just a clear step-by-step fact, it's an edited, it's not really real. And, you know, it's showing people, is it Joe or something? Just remember, it's the other guy that's in prison, okay? And Carol is free and living her life and living it under some stressful circumstances because you're all calling her a murderer, okay?